The Young and the Restless spoilers full next week, July 27 to July 31. Hey guys, welcome back to the blog. Today is Tuesday, and honestly, I am running on 3 cups of coffee and pure adrenaline right now. We need to talk about Y and R because things are getting absolutely wild as we close out July. So the video for The Young and the Restless just dropped, closing out July with a whole lot of steamy, messy, and honestly kind of frustrating romance. I have been staring at my screen for hours trying to process what the writers are doing right now. The spoilers for the week of July 27 to 31 are out, and let me tell you, it is a lot to take in. I am honestly a bit tired of some of these cycles, but I still care. We all still care, or we wouldn't be here reading and writing about it. So let's just dive right into the deep end because Lily and Kane are doing the thing again. Yeah, you heard me. Lily and Kane are inching closer and closer to a full-blown reunion. I mean, what were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? Let's be real for a second. Kane literally just blackmailed his way into the co-CEO spot at Chancellor. He used his bone marrow, his literal bone marrow, to save Malcolm's life as a bargaining chip, to force Lily to give him power. That is toxic. That is so beyond toxic, I don't even have a word for it. But here we are. The two of them are currently maintaining this weird, friendly dynamic as they get ready to run the company together. And apparently, Lily is just ready to sweep all that extortion under the rug and take things to the next level. She invites Kane over to the penthouse for a special dinner. Just the two of them. And of course, he is absolutely thrilled. Who wouldn't be? He got the company and now he's getting the girl back. Soon enough, the wine is flowing, the lights are low, and they start flirting. Heavy flirting. Kane actually looks at her and says that if he didn't know any better, he'd think she was starting to fall for him. And Lily? She just smiles back. A big, warm smile. It is so obvious she is falling right back in love with her. And look, I know the fans on social media are completely divided on this. Half the timeline is screaming for joy because they love Lane, and the other half is throwing things at their TVs. I'm kind of in the middle, but leaning towards throwing things. Their evening together is totally going to lead to more than just dinner. You can just feel the passion building up. They are probably going to end up in bed and solidify this messy reunion. I don't know how Devin is going to react. Devin already hates Kane for what he did, and this is just going to make things a million times worse. But maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe Kane really does love her. Okay, that sounded naive even as I typed it, but you get what I mean. Speaking of Devin, his marriage with Abby is completely falling apart, like rapidly deteriorating before our very eyes, and honestly, it is not hard to see why. The mounting troubles are taking a massive toll on Abby. Devin is currently having a severe psychological breakdown over Mariah. He found out the date she is getting released from the mental health facility, and he just went nuclear. He filed legal papers without even talking to Abby about it first. He is so consumed by his rage over Dominic's kidnapping that he is completely neglecting his wife. He is pushing her away, freezing her out, and acting like a total erratic mess. So what does Abby do? She goes to society because of course she does. Everyone goes to society when their life is falling apart. She is sitting there looking incredibly sad and overwhelmed. And who happens to stroll in and notice her? Daniel Romalotti Jr. Daniel has been dealing with his own exhausting drama, mostly trying to play peacemaker between his mom, Phyllis, and Christine. He is probably so tired of dealing with his mother's chaotic life that seeing a sad, beautiful woman at the bar is a welcome distraction. He walks over to Abby, sees how down she is, and says, "Looks like you could use a friend. Can I be yours?" I mean, wow. Smooth, Daniel. Very smooth. And honestly, Abby is so desperate for some kind of emotional support right now that she is totally going to take him up on it. She needs someone to lean on. She is going to open up to him about Devon, about the legal threats against Mariah, about how she feels completely shut out of her own marriage. Daniel is a good listener. He's a guy she can rely on when her problems are just spiraling out of control. With her marriage hanging by a thread, or maybe even already on the brink of total collapse, Abby might just find herself falling into Daniel's arms. Is she going to cheat? I don't know. The writers love a good cheating scandal. And Abby is vulnerable. Daniel is right there, being sweet and supportive. It's the classic soap opera setup. A few drinks, a few tears, a comforting hug that lasts a little too long. Boom. Affair. I kind of want to see it, honestly. Devon is being so awful right now that part of me wants Abby to find some happiness, even if it's messy. But if we want to talk about messy, if we want to talk about the absolute most chaotic, unhinged, what are you doing storyline right now, we have to talk about Phyllis Summers. Phyllis, Phyllis. What is she doing? A few episodes ago, we saw her going on a date with Matt Clark. Yes, that Matt Clark, the psychopath who tortured Nick, the guy who caused so much trauma for the Newman family, and now, at the end of July, things are escalating to a level of crazy I didn't even think was possible. Over at Phyllis's apartment, she is literally helping Matt remove his electronic ankle monitor. Let that sink in. Victor Newman made a deal to keep Matt out of jail, but he slapped a tracker on his ankle because Victor wants to control him and know where he is every single second of the day. Victor is trying to keep his family safe while playing these weird mind games, but Victor's surveillance is hitting a massive roadblock, and that roadblock has red hair and a terrible track record with men. Phyllis is head over heels in love with Matt. She is infatuated. She is falling hard, and she is willing to do absolutely anything for him. So she gets down on the floor and helps him cut off the ankle monitor. When that thing comes off, they are both absolutely thrilled. They are smiling, celebrating. They are probably going to take full advantage of Matt's new freedom and hit the sheets. But oh my God, the consequences, the unintended consequences are going to be catastrophic. First of all, Victor is going to lose his mind. When Victor finds out that Matt disobeyed him and broke the tracker, he is going to be furious. He will probably revoke their whole deal and send his security team to hunt Matt down. Victor does not play around with this. He already has enough on his plate with Nikki's blindness and the whole Jack and Patty situation. This is going to send Victor into a rage. And then there is Nick. Poor Nick. Nick has been warning Phyllis about Matt for weeks. Nick literally almost died in Las Vegas because of Matt. Matt lured Nick and Adam out there, trapped them, and pushed Nick so far over the edge that Nick relapsed hard. Nick was driving a car high on fentanyl and cocaine and crashed it into a ravine. He almost died. He has brain damage concerns, and Matt just laughed about it. Matt wanted Nick dead, and now Phyllis is sleeping with him and helping him escape Victor's control. It makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Nick's warnings are just going in one ear and out the other. Phyllis is going to pay a very high price for them. She is going to realize, probably way too late, that Matt cannot be trusted. Matt is a psychopath. He is a master manipulator. He is just using Phyllis as a pawn in his grand escape plan. He knows Phyllis hates Victor. He knows Phyllis is desperate for a win. So he played her. He played her like a fiddle to get that monitor off his leg. When Matt inevitably uses her and dumps her, or worse, puts her in actual physical danger, Phyllis is going to be left completely broken and devastated. She is going to be heartbroken, and she will have nobody to blame but herself. She really, really should have listened to Nick. But when does Phyllis ever listen to anyone? Never. That's the answer. Never. I just sit here and look at these storylines, and I think about the bigger pattern of this show. The writers love to tear Phyllis down. They love to make her the architect of her own destruction, and this is classic Phyllis. She gets backed into a corner. She feels alienated by everyone, especially after that whole AI evidence courtroom disaster with Christine, and she lashes out by aligning herself with the worst possible person. It fits the show's usual style perfectly, but it still hurts to watch. You want to root for her, but she makes it so incredibly hard. And Matt Clark, I have to admit, changing my mind here a bit, he is a fantastic villain. I hate him, but I love to watch him. He is so smug, so arrogant. He just walks into Genoa City, claims he has amnesia, and starts tearing everyone's lives apart without even breaking a sweat. He has Noah ready to commit murder. He has Nick relapsing on hard drugs. He has Victor playing warden. And now he has Phyllis literally breaking the law to set him free. The guy is a menace. So what happens next week? If Matt is off the leash, where does he go? Does he go after Sharon again? Does he go after Sienna? Or does he just disappear into the wind, leaving Phyllis to face Victor's wrath all by herself? Because, Victor's going to punish Phyllis for this. Victor might just use this to finally take Summer's company away from her or throw Phyllis in a real jail cell. And then we have Lily and Kane. If they make it official, Devon is going to explode. Devon is already a ticking time bomb with the Mariah situation. If he finds out his sister is sleeping with the man who extorted their family, Devon might actually have a violent break from reality. And Abby will be right there, sipping martinis with Daniel Romalotti, watching her marriage burn to the ground. It is all connected, you guys. The whole town is just one giant web of bad decisions and unresolved trauma. And I am here for it. I am exhausted. My eyes are burning from staring at these spoiler forums all day, but I am so here for it. I guess we just have to wait and see how much damage Matt does now that he's free. And we have to see if Abby actually crosses the line with Daniel. I mean, Daniel is a good guy, but he's also a guy who has been through the ringer. Maybe they are perfect for each other right now. Two tired, stressed out people just looking for a break. All right, I'm rambling now. I need to go get more coffee before I pass out on my keyboard. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Lane or do you want Kane out of town? Do you think Abby should cheat on Devon? And please, someone tell me I'm not crazy for thinking Phyllis is making the biggest mistake of her life. See you guys tomorrow for more updates.